Why some say mosquito spraying is a futile attempt to defeat this biting nemesis. Up next on Comcast Newsmakers.
Bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hi, welcome back to Newsmakers. Is Miami-Dade County endangering residents and the environment by spraying for mosquitoes? This hour's Newsmakers say yes. Dr. Tom Pliske is from the Environmental Studies Department at Florida International University, and John Cunningham is a community activist. And thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. Now, what you're saying, and I think, Doctor, you're trying to give it some type of quantitative backing here, that if you spray for mosquitoes, you're endangering possibly the lives of residents, but definitely the environment.
Yeah, there are a number of points. The first one is an ecological one, and even though we live in an urban environment, we actually are part of an ecosystem, and we have the same kinds of systems that they have in wild areas like the Everglades. We have predators, we have prey, and what's happening is that when we spray, we tend to knock out the predators along with the prey, and so what natural control we do have, we lose. So small predators like lizards, spiders, wasps, these are the things which also get killed, and they have smaller populations. So I think they suffer probably more damage than the mosquitoes do.
So when you say we spray for mosquitoes, we're spraying for everything.
Right. These are
butterflies and caterpillars, everything.
Indeed. They're very nonspecific. These are neurotoxins which will affect the nervous system of any animal.
John, you're out there trying to make a difference at City Hall, right?
Yes, it's important to understand that these are not harmless chemicals. For example, studies at the Mount Sinai School of Medicine in 1999 indicate that permethrin, one of the chemicals that's used in Dade County, the one that's sprayed from trucks, that permethrin is a possible risk factor for breast cancer.
Really?
Yes, and that studies done at Virginia Tech last year indicate that permethrin is a risk factor for Parkinson's disease. And yet, in spite of these dangers, Miami-Dade County sprayed almost 1 million acres in 2005. And in the upcoming year, they have a budget of $3.6 million. Miami-Dade mosquito, you could do a lot of damage with that much money.
Well, I guess what they're saying also is mosquitoes may carry disease. And that, I mean, of course, if you want to go outside in the summertime in Miami-Dade County, there has to be some control out there because everybody's going to get bitten. And so how do you weigh the two against each other?
Well, I think this is something that needs to be given a lot of thought because it's true, there are mosquito-borne viral diseases, but the risk overall is quite low for contacting those. In fact, it's usually very low. And then we have to weigh against that the damage that we do to the rest of the animals, particularly that are touched by the pesticide. It means we lose a lot of our butterflies, and you know, part of Florida living is to enjoy the beauty here, and we begin to suffer from that.
Most of these mosquitoes actually are emanate from the Everglades, right? They're not emanating from the urban areas.
Some of them do, and this is where homeowners can really kind of look at their own property and try to make some improvements. Mosquitoes breed in standing fresh water, so flower pots, tires, anything that will cup and hold water even for a week can get a generation of mosquitoes started.
John, are you being successful in trying to really tell anybody about this story and convince them to do otherwise? Well,
we think that we're trying to get the word out that these are broad spectrum insecticides and that mosquitoes are not the only thing they kill. They kill butterflies and fireflies, and virtually all the insects in the area being sprayed are killed.
All right, well, thank you very much. This hour's Newsmakers have been Dr. Tom Pliske and John Cunningham discussing the county's efforts to control mosquitoes through spraying. I'm Spiro Canton. Thanks for joining us.
The preceding has been a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. And now, back to CNN Headline News.